Ever wondered how to survive adverse weather conditions? Let's delve into the importance of understanding these weather phenomena for survival and navigation. It's not just about carrying an umbrella when it's raining or bundling up when it's cold. It goes much deeper than that. Weather knowledge is a critical tool in the survivalist's kit. It's about knowing what's coming, preparing for it, and understanding how it can affect your environment. Imagine being able to read the sky like a book. To understand what those cloud formations, wind directions, and atmospheric changes are telling you. This isn't some mystical skill. It's about observation, understanding, and applying knowledge. You see, each weather pattern carries with it a set of characteristics and effects. A thunderstorm isn't just a spectacle of nature's power. It's a signal of atmospheric instability. A sudden drop in temperature isn't just an excuse to wear your favorite sweater. It could be a precursor to a snowstorm, or worse, a blizzard. These natural signs can provide early warnings of incoming adverse weather, allowing for timely decision-making and action. It's like having a sixth sense, a way to see into the future and prepare accordingly. But it's not just about what's up in the sky. It's about understanding how weather impacts the earth beneath your feet. Rain and snow can dramatically alter landscapes, making them hazardous or obscuring familiar landmarks. And let's not forget about heat and cold safety practices, critical to prevent weather-related illnesses such as hypothermia and heat stroke. Weather knowledge isn't just about survival. It's about thriving in diverse environments. And then there's water, the essence of life. Its availability can be influenced by weather patterns, making knowledge of how to find and collect water in various conditions indispensable. Wind awareness is similarly important, as it affects environmental conditions, including the spread of wildfires and the perceived temperature in cold environments. So you see, understanding weather phenomena isn't just a cool party trick. It's a fundamental skill for survival. It's about harnessing the power of nature, using it to your advantage, and ensuring you're always one step ahead. Remember, a sound understanding of weather increases your chances of survival. How can you predict a storm's arrival? It's not as mystical as it seems. With a keen eye and a bit of knowledge, you can become adept at recognizing weather patterns and predicting storms. Let's start with thunderstorms. These often signal their arrival through towering, anvil-shaped clouds. You might notice the sky darkening and the temperature dropping rapidly. The wind might pick up, making the trees sway more than usual. These are all signs that a thunderstorm might be brewing. Hurricanes, on the other hand, are a bit trickier. They form over warm ocean waters and can take days to develop. You'll notice a constant heavy downpour coupled with strong, gusty winds. The sky will darken, and the temperature might feel unusually warm. It's essential to keep an eye on weather reports and satellite images during hurricane season to stay ahead of these potentially devastating storms. Tornadoes are perhaps the most unpredictable of the lot. They often form during severe thunderstorms. Pay attention to dark, often greenish skies, large, low-lying clouds, and a loud roar, similar to a freight train. If you see a funnel cloud, take cover immediately. Blizzards, unlike their counterparts, give a fair bit of warning. They start with light snowfall, gradually increasing in intensity. The temperature will drop, and high winds will cause poor visibility. If you're out in the wild, it's crucial to find shelter before the storm hits. Weather forecasts, satellite images, and radar maps are invaluable tools in predicting these weather phenomena. They provide detailed information about temperature, precipitation, wind speed, and direction, giving you a comprehensive picture of what to expect. Remember, the ability to predict a storm isn't just about avoiding getting wet. It's about safety, preparedness, and making informed decisions. It's about knowing when to hunker down and when to move, when to seek shelter, and when to brave the elements. Learning to recognize these signs could mean the difference between safety and disaster. So keep your eyes on the sky, stay aware, and remember, understanding the weather is a key part of survival. Ever thought about how rain and snow can change your environment? These weather conditions can dramatically alter landscapes. A familiar trail can become a slippery, treacherous path in the rain, or obscured under a blanket of snow. A usually harmless creek might transform into a dangerous, fast-flowing river after a heavy downpour. It's crucial to be aware of these changes and adjust your navigation accordingly. Heat and cold safety practices are another vital piece of the puzzle. Exposure to extreme temperatures can lead to serious health issues like hypothermia or heat stroke. In hot weather, it's important to stay hydrated and seek shade during peak hours. In cold conditions, layering clothing, keeping dry, and maintaining body heat can be life-saving. Weather isn't just about what's happening up in the sky. It's also about how it impacts the ground beneath your feet and the path ahead of you. Weather can be your guide or your obstacle. It all depends on your knowledge. How does weather influence your water supply and environment? Well, dear listeners, it plays a tremendous role. Rainfall patterns, for instance, directly impact water availability. In times of heavy rain, water is plentiful, filling up rivers, lakes, and even creating temporary puddles. That's nature's way of handing out free water. On the flip side, during droughts, finding water becomes a game of survival. But with the right knowledge, you can locate hidden sources like underground springs or morning dew on plants. Now let's talk about wind. It's not just a breeze on your face. Wind can drastically alter your environment. It fuels wildfires, pushing them to spread faster and further. In cold climates, it can lower the perceived temperature, making you feel colder than it actually is. This is why understanding wind direction and speed is critical. From quenching your thirst to guiding your path, weather knowledge is key. What should you do when lightning strikes? When the skies turn treacherous, your survival could hinge on your knowledge of weather-related safety protocols. Let's delve right into it. Lightning storms are a force of nature, spectacular, yet deadly. If you're caught out in one, your best bet is to seek shelter immediately. But what if shelter is not an option? You must avoid open fields and tall, isolated objects. If you're in a forest, stay near a lower stand of trees. If you're in a group, spread out to avoid the current traveling between group members. But nature's wrath isn't limited to lightning storms. Avalanches, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, wildfires. Each of these disasters has its own set of warning signs and preparedness measures. Avalanches often occur during or after a heavy snowfall, especially on slopes steeper than 30 degrees. Stay vigilant and listen for telltale sounds like a loud whoomph, indicating a weak snow layer collapsing. Floods can be anticipated by closely monitoring weather forecasts and river levels during periods of heavy rain. Always have an evacuation plan ready and never attempt to cross floodwaters. Hurricanes and tornadoes both give visual cues, like an unusually calm and quiet period after heavy rain, or a fast, intense wind shift. For these, sturdy shelter is your best defense. If you can't find one, move to the lowest lying area nearby and cover yourself with anything that might protect you from flying debris. Wildfires tend to spread rapidly on hot, windy days, and can be predicted by smoke or an orange glow on the horizon. If you're in its path, move perpendicular to the fire front and look for bodies of water or cleared spaces without vegetation. Remember, your best defense against any weather event is awareness and preparedness. Know your evacuation routes, know where to find shelter, and know how to minimize risk during these events. And lastly, always keep an emergency kit ready. It should include necessities like food, water, medicine, and communication devices. Safety first, always. Your life may depend on it. Ever heard of microclimates? These are small-scale weather zones where the climate differs from the surrounding area. Picture walking from the sunny side of a street to the shady side. Voila, you've just experienced a microclimate. Microclimates can be as small as your backyard or as large as a city block. They're influenced by a variety of factors, from the direction a slope faces to the presence of bodies of water or concrete structures. Why should survivalists care about microclimates? Well, they can drastically change the weather conditions you're dealing with. A sunny hilltop might be an appealing spot to set up camp, but a microclimate in a nearby valley could offer a cooler, more sheltered location. Understanding microclimates allows you to choose the best shelter locations and adapt your survival strategies. It's all about staying one step ahead of Mother Nature. The more you know about the weather, the better your chances of survival. So, how confident are you now about surviving adverse weather conditions? We've traversed a wide range of weather phenomena, each with its unique challenges and considerations. From recognizing and interpreting local and regional weather patterns, to understanding the profound impact of weather on navigation and terrain. We've looked at how weather influences water availability and the role of wind awareness, the importance of safety protocols during lightning storms, and the life-saving knowledge of warning signs and preparedness measures for avalanches, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, or wildfires. We've also delved into the world of microclimates, small-scale variations that create distinct weather conditions within a small area. All these aspects of weather knowledge are vital tools in your survival arsenal, enhancing resilience and strategic decision-making. Knowledge is power. The more you know about the weather, the better prepared you are to face any condition. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more survival tips.